It's time to put on your listening ears, your thinking caps, and laughing shoes. It's time for the Doc and Amy Show, your sweethearts of the airways who agree to disagree. Sometimes. Here are Doc and Amy.
Do you feel blame?
No.
Feel damage?
Oh, yeah.
Are you mad?
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like Wooster Bob referendum?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Righty then. Well, thank you, Charles Manson, for again bringing us into an hour of the Doc and Amy Show. It's Sunday. Welcome, everyone. We have a special broadcast for you again. We have a guest.
Special.
It's special. And we'll be, getting into all kinds of good things. We have Kathleen Poliski with us, or as Amy calls her.
K-Paul.
Yes. Say hello, Kathleen.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, there we go. And we've got Brett with us here again, behind the board, taking care of things.
Hello, guys. Haven't seen you since the summer.
That's well, and you're still looking quite tan.
We
That's
were in
kind of a
jail.
joke. Yes, it's a work release. You can follow us not only here on our broadcast, you can stream us live at WNJCradio.com. You can follow us on the World Wide Web at thedocandamyshow.com. You can twit us at Doc and Amy Show.
Doc's all into Twitter now.
Yes, I'm a fanatic. I'm just glued to it
He is.
24/7.
It's crazy.
Yes, yes. If you do follow our Twitter account, you can see that I post several short jokes there, since you only have 140 characters to work with. A few times a day. So if I think of something, I put it up there for your enjoyment of my therapy. So we always like to get that kind of business out of the way up front. Welcome, Amy. Say
Oh,
hello.
thank you. Hello.
What a ball of fire.
Thanks for welcoming me to my own show. It's very sweet of you.
Well,
I like this. My mic's turned up today. I'm feeling it, like the reverb here. It's very exciting.
the reverb.
Yeah.
Well, that covers the technical portion of our show. All right. And Kathleen Poliski is with us. She contacted us, and I have been listening rapidly to her music, getting an idea of what it is she does. She has some very cool songs we're going to be playing here very soon. I have your bio up in front of me, but you know it much better than I do. Why don't you give our listeners a little bit of background on who Kathleen is?
Okay, well, basically, I am 21 years old. I'm a student. That is my career, and that was my phone.
That's okay. It's all about the sound effects.
Yes.
I'm not that popular when it comes to text messages normally.
Welcome to my world.
But so basically, yeah, I'm a musician on the side.
Now, which side?
I was just going to say this. That's better than playing by ear. That's
So basically, I've been playing guitar since 8th grade. It's funny how it's a very odd way of how I got inspired. I basically was watching Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
Not really the typical inspiration, but I saw her.
She's inspiring. Sure.
For drinking and drugs, maybe.
But at the time, I saw her. She had like her own band. She played guitar, and I looked at it and I was like, I can do that. So one birthday, my 8th grade year, however old I was, my mom gave me guitar lessons, and I got the guitar lessons, but I didn't have a guitar. And then 2 weeks later, I got the guitar, and I started playing that. And then I started writing my own original music about junior year in high school, when all like dramatic things happened.
Yeah,
and
it's a good inspiration.
it was kind of my outlet.
So you got your guitar after you got the guitar lessons. Isn't that kind of like earning your parachute? I mean,
I know, that's why I was so confused. I was like, oh great, like thanks mom, but like I don't have a guitar. And she was just like, she just shrugged. And
She
then
wanted to make sure you followed through on the lesson. She's
man, that girl
very
talks
smart.
a mean guitar. You know
no, what happened was the guitar came, like they ordered it and it came late, but
okay.
she was playing it off like, I guess you're just gonna have to figure
yeah,
it out.
yeah.
So I was like really like
air
devastated.
guitar lessons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how that happened. So yeah, I've been playing ever since. So
Very cool. So what are you studying in college?
I'm a communication and media arts major.
Okay, well that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
No, take over.
I thought you were going to say like mechanical engineering or something.
No, my sister
I
is
feel really stupid over here.
no, my sister and brother are the smarts of the family. I'm more of the
Well, if you're going to college, you can't be that dumb.
no. But
So that's you know what, everybody has different talents, so
exactly.
it's a good thing.
And I'm at some point I will discover what mine might be.
Oh, jeez.
So anyway, well, we're delighted to have you here. Thank you
Thank you.
for
I'm so
being here.
excited.
We're always trying to grace ourselves with the presence of talent, and today we've done that. So we'll be getting into that talent here in a little bit. And I'm really looking forward to hearing the songs again. I really am.
I like the pickup line song. That's my favorite. That's really
yes.
cool. And I'm like, I know that one. I know that one. Yeah.
I've never heard any myself, so it's,
Whatever.
If you looked at me, you wouldn't wonder why. So we do have some general items of business. We would like to remind you that you can give us a call and participate in this foolishness. You can reach us at 856-227-1360. That's 227-1360, as Amy would have me say. It's all gimmicky and stuff around
It
here.
is. I'm all about the gimmicks.
Yes. Okay. The line that just popped into my head will have to stay there.
I know. That's the problem with radio.
It's
You have to edit yourself.
Constant self-filtering.
We're trying to make this a family-oriented
right.
show.
And I generally don't have a filter, so it's tough for
me either.
But Amy has been doing this thing we call Two People, One Quote. It is where she provides a quote, and then she presents two potential authors of the quote, and the recipient of that little effort has to determine which one of those people actually authored the quote.
Okay.
So
It actually started back when Brett is here as our producer today, and he hasn't been here since the summer, and I did this one of the first times when you were producing that day.
Yes.
We're still doing it. We got very good feedback on it. So.
Amy is still up one game. For the whole run of the thing, it was back and forth. It was tied. It was the production staff would
we
be
keep
ahead, and
flip-flopping.
Amy would be ahead. So we're going to try something different this time. No offense to Brett. We're going to launch this at you and see.
So you get to guess which quote.
So from what we're going to do is occasionally be playing with the guest, so that you can get some idea of how much pressure there is behind this mic.
Whatever.
No, there are no prizes, unfortunately, but it's a fun game. We always play 5.
All right.
And Amy, being ahead by 1, is defending her title. So see what you can do. These are Olympics-based.
They are Olympics-based
Okay.
quotes. Yeah, so it should be fun. It's fun, and I try to pick funny quotes.
And they're all curling, so you have to have some idea.
Yeah, we actually watched that yesterday.
I cannot believe you just brought that up.
We actually watched it yesterday for the
Yeah.
first time.
My dad just hates curling.
Really?
He just really.
They're just throwing a rock across the aisle.
I took a video of him, and he was like, "I get the one part, but when they bring out the broom, it just makes me really, really
Yeah.
angry." And he has this passionate anger against curling.
That is so
Well, that
funny.
broom is really instrumental.
It is because
in-
it guides the stone.
They can
I
make
know.
the water droplets on the ice originally were acted like they would put water down, and it would act like little ball bearings for that stone to glide on. Now they sweep, and that creates some surface.
Yeah, no, there is a point to it, and
Yeah.
it is a very interesting sport. But
It
to
is.
him, since baseball's not in the Olympics,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that curling is,
Yeah.
makes him very upset.
Well, we had a birthday party for my nephew yesterday. First, we went to the bounce house right up the road here for a couple hours.
He's 45.
Yeah, and then he was turning 4. He'll be 4
He's always
on
drunk.
Tuesday.
So yeah,
And happy birthday, Landon, by the way. Landman. And then we went back to my sister's house for our 8-hour-long party that we always do. We have very long parties.
lots of children.
So the guys have to have something on the TV. God forbid anybody
course.
sits and talks to each other. Now, when I have parties at my house, the cable gets unplugged.
Well, we don't watch television like
we don't watch
broadcast television.
TV that much.
So it's not. I'm kind of in limbo. Okay, because I'm not a sports guy.
Yeah.
Like I'm not talking sports with these guys, and I'm not watching television, and I'm trying to distance myself, get a little buffer zone between me and the children who are manic at this point with all the candy and soda and stuff. So I kind of hover around the sink and any food that might be.
Yeah. So anyway, they have the Olympics on and curling comes on, and you could see everyone's like, whatever. Well, then everyone's like all involved, and my sister's like, okay, we're going to open presents now. And I'm like, it'll have to wait till the curling's done.
Wait.
And then she said it again, and like my cousin's husband was like, or fiance was like, can you wait till the curling's done? I'm like, okay, we need to get our priorities straight here. It was like right at the end, and I wanted to see what happened.
It was
Sweden?
so
Was it
exciting.
Sweden?
Sweden
It
and the
was
United
Sweden
States.
and the
yes.
U.S.
I know. I was getting into it too, and my brother was like, "Are you really screaming at the
I
TV
don't
right
know
now?" But
what
it was
is.
exciting.
Yeah, it was.
I got a gold medal for pushing a rock. Yeah, okay, whatever. So anyway,
I
two people,
digress,
one quote
but-
is our game at hand
Okay,
here.
here
And
we go.
we're putting you on the spot.
Okay.
So Amy, take it away. Let's see how this works.
First quote. In Sochi, a man who criticized the Sochi Games was sentenced to 3 years in a prison colony. After hearing the sentence, the man said it's still better than a hotel in Sochi. Was that Jimmy Kimmel or Conan O'Brien?
Jimmy Kimmel.
It was Conan.
Oh, Amy surges
Just
into
remember,
an early
if I
lead.
win, that's a good thing. So,
Okay, whatever. Yes,
no, I don't want her to feel bad if she gets them wrong because that's what I want.
Yeah,
So-
but you want to let her win.
Okay.
You don't want to get her wet or feed her
I
after
can't
midnight.
help
Yeah.
her. She's just got to guess. I can't let her win. This is not Candyland.
She turns into a gremlin if you.
Yeah, okay. All right.
So Amy surges into a 1-point lead. We always do 5. Let's go.
Okay. It was 15 degrees cooler in Atlanta when they had the Summer Olympics than it is in Sochi where they had the Winter Olympics. It got up to 60 degrees today. It was so warm, some of the people staying in the hotels thought the heat started working, but it turns out it was just the sun. Was that Jimmy Kimmel or Jon Stewart?
Okay. Jimmy Kimmel.
It was.
We have a tie working here.
There we
1
go.
to 1.
Doc loves this.
Yeah, I love it. The tie game excites me. Like
He does. It's really sad. But anyway, okay. Before the games, a lot of people were worried that hotels in Sochi wouldn't be ready. For the most part, things seemed to be working well. The only problems occur when people try to do something crazy, like, open a door. Was it Conan O'Brien or Craig Ferguson?
Conan O'Brien.
It was Craig.
Oh, Amy pulls back into the lead.
I'm supposed to do this to trick you, so that's what I always tell John.
Yes,
It's supposed to be
doesn't
hard
that
to
make you
figure
feel
out.
better?
Yeah, it is hard. Okay, here we go. A shipment containing 5,000 containers of Greek yogurt was supposed to be delivered to the U.S. Olympic team, but the Russian government blocked it because they said they didn't fill out the required paperwork. Once again, the Russian government is doing everything they can to repress live and active cultures. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Was that Stephen Colbert or Jimmy Kimmel?
Stephen Colbert.
It was Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh,
my
my
goodness.
gosh.
Wait, how much yogurt was that?
5,000 containers.
What?
I know. How much yogurt
I mean-
could they eat?
Enough for your 2 boys to last about a week.
I know. Well, the older one isn't into yogurt as much, but the younger one, forget. He'll sit down and eat like 4 yogurts at a time. I'm like, my God.
Okay, that puts us at 3 to 1. We always play 5.
We're going to play it out.
So Amy has pulled ahead by
She
another
has.
point,
God.
but you have a chance to at least slim the margin
yeah,
a little
It
bit. So
stinks to lose at your own game. You know what I mean?
I do it all the time.
So, yeah, but I'm not you. Okay. There are rumors that the Russian government placed cameras in the hotel bathrooms in Sochi. Russia said, don't worry, our cameras don't work either. Was it Jimmy Fallon or Conan O'Brien?
What was the first choice?
Jimmy Fallon or Conan O'Brien?
Jimmy Fallon.
It was Conan.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I
Actually, Jimmy
stink at
Fallon
this
wasn't
game.
even on last week. I'm like,
I
oh
don't
God,
even
I
know.
hope the person doesn't know. I don't watch late night. I like it, but we're never up that late.
Well, Amy has pulled to a 4 to 1 lead. Very impressive, darling. Well done.
I get behind.
It's still well
it.
played. You hung
tried.
right to the end.
It's
You were
hard.
ready.
It is hard because I do it for a while. I've been doing talk show hosts, but I was doing. I have to do this again next week. It's a lot of work to do this, but and I wish I would have thought ahead to do this because you're a musician. This would have been a lot of fun. Next time we have you on, I will do this.
Okay.
I get
It beat you 5 to nothing.
I get song lyrics, and you have to guess who sang them. Now, some of them are regular song lyrics that it makes sense who the artist belongs to. but I had some like love song lyrics, and it was like Black Sabbath or Slasher or something.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work because I have to try to think of songs that I can pull them from, and some of them are obvious, but some of them aren't, because they can't have them all not obvious, because then you'll pick the opposite one of what you think. You know what I mean?
No, it's a good game.
I got John on that one week.
Yeah, that's one that's a little more difficult. You have
It's
to really
a
be up on
lot
your
of
music.
work to do, but it's fun though. It's fun.
Well, we have such divergent tastes in music. I'd never.
We do.
Anyway,
I like cool music. You don't.
yeah, all right. In recognition of the fact that we weren't here for Valentine's Day ahead of time, we did, mention it and celebrate it here on the show, along with our first anniversary here at WNJC. Valentine's Day came and went. We had a nice time and celebrated very quietly and briefly.
We had
here's your
rotisserie
gift.
chicken at home.
Yeah. It was like, here's
We're
your
gonna
gift.
go out next weekend.
Yeah.
So this weekend, we had too much going on. We couldn't.
Here's
do
what
it,
I got
so.
you. Let's go make dinner.
I don't like the Valentine's Day rush either.
No.
So
Everything's crowded.
Yeah.
So did yours go well? I mean, any?
It was. I just forgot that like people casually just like day to day will be like Happy Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
like at work, and I was like,
like it's a real holiday. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, Happy Valentine's Day to you too.
Yeah, like, dude, like, unless you're my boyfriend or girlfriend, I
Yeah, it's like somebody asked, about the origin of it, and I said back in the 1500s, Saint Valentine, had a wife who liked diamonds and a girlfriend who liked chocolates, and one day they met. So
that's great.
he was on the hook for both. So
Now, in
anyway.
my family, I buy a little something for all the nieces and nephews.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
yesterday, the kids from my sister, my mom, my aunt, and my cousin they got stuff. They got some candy and stuff like that, but they got Dunkin' Donuts gift cards too. Like, seriously, it's Valentine's Day. I got, you know what I got them? I got the girls a little bag of Hello Kitty cotton candy, which they loved, and the boys
perfect.
a little bucket.
That's perfect.
I didn't get gift cards. I'm like, it's Valentine's Day.
Well, my mom got me a gift, and I felt bad. I was like, I completely forgot.
I did
Like,
get my mom a box of chocolates.
I don't know.
Well, I'm a really romantic guy at heart. So everybody that wished me a Valentine's Day yesterday, I responded in kind and told them to kiss my ass. But I did have a story that I started back in the 50s about Valentine's Day, and in Georgia. Because they had all of the snow and ice that they weren't prepared for or didn't familiar with dealing with, a sheriff in northeastern Georgia said he was canceling Valentine's Day because of the bad weather, telling men they were off the hook for the romantic gifts their partners may be expecting. Who was
this guy?
Can I finish the story? And I'll tell you. Jesus. His name was Scott Berry. He's in Oconee County in Georgia, and he took to Facebook. He announced a decision after an ice storm slammed Georgia on Wednesday. Men, he wrote, are exempt from having to run out and buy lottery scratchers and Hershey bars from the corner stores until Tuesday. The post was in fun and was shared more than 1,500 times, but it angered a man who called the sheriff's office Friday from Michigan protesting the decision, saying snow up north wasn't a big deal. However, he kind of, got in the swing of this as an elected official, and he decided to go ahead and postpone all of the requirements for Obamacare for yet another year.
Oh, okay.
Till next Valentine's Day. So,
okay. That was helpful.
Yeah, so he's getting really in the swing of things.
Sounds like an ice storm came over his heart. A Hershey, a scratch-off ticket, and a Hershey bar.
I didn't think Valentine's Day was that big of a deal to even have to go to that length to even cancel. Like, to what?
Well, I know.
Well, I think there are no pictures of the guy. He might be one of those big fat sheriffs that whose Valentine's Day comes and goes.
Sheriff.
Yeah, maybe he didn't have a Valentine's. So
Exactly,
That's
That's
probably
why
why he was jaded.
He did it all in jest, and some folks just kind of went berserk.
Well,
about it.
I saw something on the internet today. I was on for a very short time, and it was a story. I think it was on BuzzFeed, and it was about a man who cleaned the toilet and then hung a sign and said, "Happy Valentine's Day. This is your gift." Nobody was dead serious, though. Really?
What a crappy gift.
Oh my gosh! Like, really? You should clean the toilet anyway.
Well, I don't.
Because women don't dirty the toilet.
Don't.
Last time I checked. It's the men.
She's gone completely off her rocker now. So
I mean, that's just
yes,
insane.
according to Hallmark, women have no biological functions other than
Yeah,
reproduction.
Hallmark card. Happy Valentine's Day. I cleaned the toilet.
Oh, there you go. That could be a gold mine,
big-
especially in Georgia.
Big turd in the picture. A big
Oh,
turd
please.
in
Oh
the
my
toilet.
God.
The before and after.
You can go now.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, for those of you still listening, both of you, we do have a selection by our guest Kathleen Poliski. We would like to play the recorded version of, the one we are doing first is
We need
the
to do pickup line song for
Correct.
Valentine's Day.
Today all day long, what I've done is start a sentence and forget completely who I am. So
Just today.
yes, the pickup line song. I love this. Listen closely. You can probably hear something you have said in an unfortunate moment in your life.
Or had a nightmare about.
Yes, or got kicked out of a bar for or something. So we're going to play this. Sweetheart, you are up. She's our local DJ. And we are going to enjoy the pickup line song
By Gay Paul.
by K-Pop.
Tickets, 'cause you fine written all over you. No, I'm not a grocery item, but I can tell when you're checking me out. When you're checking me out, yeah, you're so sweet. You give me a toothache. You literally took my breath away. Can't have it back. I kinda need it. I may not be a genie, but I can make your dreams come true. I can make them come true. Yes, I can. I'm not drunk. I'm just intoxicated by you. I'm not stoned, but I'm just so high. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Promise me you won't be leaving, baby. I'm no Fred Flintstone, but I can make a bedrock. You rested earlier, 'cause it's gotta be illegal to look that good. Yes, it does. Life without you would be like a broken pencil. It'd be pointless, it'd be pointless. I'm not drunk, I'm just intoxicated by you. I'm not stoned, but I'm just so high. Are you an alien? Because you just abducted my heart. I'm not drunk, I'm just intoxicated by you. I'm not stoned, but I'm just so high. I'm not drunk, I'm just high.
Okay. Hello. We are back.
Yes, we're attempting to straighten out a slight wrinkle here. That's my fault.
I don't think your wrinkles are going to be straightened out at this point.
Well, thanks for that warning.
Actually,
What subject are you on now?
you're pretty old, but you really don't have any wrinkles. Was that like a good pickup line?
That was marginally
You're really old,
generous.
but you don't have a lot of wrinkles.
That was catchy.
You want to come back to my place?
That's my next song.
You don't sweat much for a fat girl.
That's really great. So I don't know what he's doing over there, but whatever. So, how did you write this song?
Oh,
Like,
well,
what was your inspiration?
Well, normally, because like I said, I write songs and some of them do turn out funny, but most of the time when I write a song, something either really awesome has to happen
Yeah.
to me or something really bad has to happen to me.
Yeah.
As twisted as that sounds. But for whatever, my friends and I were really obsessed with pickup lines. Like, senior year, was it? Or my freshman year of college. And I was like, you know what? What if I made an entire song made up of all pickup lines? And I was just sitting there one night, and I was like really surprised. It just started to flow,
Yep.
and then before I knew it, it was done. And at first I was like, oh, I don't even know like this is good or not. So I showed it to my sister, and she was cracking up. And then ever since then, everybody's really enjoyed that song. Like, it's literally been one of my most popular songs. And
And
I
it's
can see
you know
why,
what?
yeah.
I think it's very relatable. It's catchy. The way you sing it, it's very
Thank you.
catchy. And I just love your intonation in the song. Like
you.
your voice almost sounds just like an edge bit sarcastic. And I love that.
Well, how convenient.
and that's but that's the thing. Like it, like you said, like all generations seem to enjoy it. You
Yeah.
know, like I play it for
Yeah.
Everybody can relate to that.
And
Yeah.
and then people will just be like, oh, you know, I really enjoyed that line or that line.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah,
just
and the way you just put it all together, it's like a story, but it's all pickup lines. Todd Chappelle.
I recalled 2 black eyes and 1 bloody nose. Just to make-
Todd Chappelle, who is on our show often, he'll
I
be
know
on
that,
next
yeah.
month. He does a song called Autocorrect Love Song.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really funny. It's similar to this. And he sings a love song, but he substitute words as if he were typing and using autocorrect.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
he says, I never want us to be apartheid instead of apart. And it's hilarious. And stuff like this, it just, everyone can relate. Well, anybody in his case who uses a cell phone, but it's just catchy.
That's awesome.
You
I'll have
know,
to
it's
listen to
fun
that.
and catchy. And yeah, I think it's, I love it.
thank you.
So,
I'm so
yeah.
glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good times.
Well, when you first sent me the link and I listened to it, I'm like, and Amy was gone at the time. And I couldn't wait until she got back. I said, you know, she has to hear this. So thank you for that. We
Yeah, and
enjoyed
we
that.
get requests from people to come on the show that we don't have come on the show. It's not like everybody who asks to come on the show gets to come on. We've heard some, and you know what? Most people we've heard aren't bad. It's just they do cover tunes and they're like a band you'll hear at a bar on a Saturday night.
garage
and
band.
some of them are very good,
Yeah.
but we want an artist. We want someone who writes, and of course you're going to do some covers. You're young. You don't have enough
Oh, yeah.
work to play a whole set, and that's fine. But we want to bring on people who actually have talent and are creative and unique and
And
do
here you
something
are.
different.
That makes
So-
me feel so good. But that's why I was like so excited that you called me, because I just was like, you know what? Why not? I'm just gonna send it. So I
Well,
sent it.
usually I will say this. He makes me listen. Not makes me, but he
Force her at
he has
gunpoint.
me listen to some music first before he agrees to bring somebody on. And
I've been a musician since 1968.
but he usually
About to get
gets
the
my
hang of it.
opinion. But he jumped. I mean, he wanted to have you on right away. And it was like that with Todd and Carla and Drew. And I mean, we've had a couple people on that were very good, and we kind of knew right away. And then there's some people that were like, well, it's so hard. It's like, what do you it's not like we're the, top rated morning show in the tri-state area, but we still want to have
Yeah.
talented people.
And there's-
You know what I
Of
mean?
course.
There's not much we
course.
can do with mime. So that had to go.
So just, we were talking about this, when we were playing her song, but I said, keep it up. I mean, obviously
try.
you're going to need
try.
you're going to need a day job. Most
No.
people can't
Oh, of
support
course, no.
themselves,
You
should quit.
but keep at
Trust
it.
me,
But
trust
keep
me.
at it.
That's why I'm in college. That is
Yeah.
why I have plans.
Yeah.
It's just something you do for fun, and it's
But you never know what it turns into. So
Yeah,
just
you never know.
Just
Well,
keep it up.
My college didn't really get me that far. I studied electronics and radar, and I worked on missiles and things in the Navy.
Oh, wow.
I actually got kicked out of my fraternity, the Eta Delta Pi.
Whatever.
Hard to get kicked out of there, really. Here in a couple of minutes, we're going to be doing some commercials, and what I found some things that spoke to me, and
You're hearing voices again?
well, that too, yeah. Shut up, toaster. In New Jersey, right in Atlantic City, just I think it was like from the 8th to the 15th, so it's been very recent, and I missed it. I found out about it after the fact, which I usually do. In Atlantic City, in a casino, they hosted the Bacon Week Festival, and I missed it.
Yeah.
Bacon.
I don't eat meat, so
Bacon
I
is
like bacon.
Oh God, bacon! You can't beat bacon. Well, I mean,
you could
never
eat
mind.
it.
We're not going any further than that. But they had unusual things like bacon milkshakes, bacon cupcakes, bacon Bloody Marys, bacon vodka, and even a bacon-flavored toothpaste. So they had this whole festival Thank you.
I had that all queued up and ready to go.
Whatever. But they did have the bacon milkshakes. They had chocolate-covered bacon shaped like roses. I mean,
Oh,
it was...
please.
this
I
I bet
saw
it was
that.
delicious.
art.
I bet it was
This,
great.
oh, absolutely. There's nothing better than bacon. In
Did
my
they
opinion.
have turkey bacon there?
If that had shown up, they probably would have been arrested and thrown out of town.
Why? What's wrong
that's
with
not
turkey
bacon.
bacon?
That's not bacon. That's bird mush in strips. That's
I
not
do
bacon.
like turkey bacon too.
I only eat
But
the
it's-
butterball
it
thin and
doesn't
crispy. That's the only
qualify
kind
as bacon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I missed that. I was upset when I saw that was being celebrated so close, and I missed it. But in a related story, during the same period of time, I saw that a Francis Bacon painting sold for $70 million just last week.
Wow.
Yes. And it's the portrait of George Dyer talking, which is just a scintillating title.
Yeah, it sounds really exciting.
And at the
Now,
same...
is that the guy from Dire Straits?
Yeah, the same guy. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
And at close to the same time, an egg sculpted by Jeff Koons was sold for $23 million.
Wait, was this an actual egg or was it a painting of an egg being sculpted?
It's generally speaking, there's some text that follows this. I'll follow up and let you know.
Okay.
Who's buying? Who's spending this? Why?
God knows.
Well, it's a very collectible.
Probably
these guys,
Congress.
After these guys died, they became famous. So
in the Smithsonian.
Bacon's work, he died in 1992. Is the value of it soared. He actually, one of his paintings still holds the record for the highest price fetched for a painting, $142 million. Koons' stainless steel sculpture, Cracked Egg in Magenta, sold for almost 14.1 million pounds. It's upper estimate. So between these, now we had the Bacon Festival, and everything was, and I'm sure everything was for sale and very accessible. And I would love to have been there, but according to this, for $93 million, I could have gotten bacon and eggs.
There you go.
So that was well worth it. Anyway, we're going to go
It's a
to...
lot of work for a punchline.
Well, I'm just kind of coasting now. I'm letting Kathleen do all the work. What we're going to do is go to a commercial here. Take just a few seconds here to pay some bills. We'll be right back, so don't go away. Hey, everybody. This is Doc of the Doc and Amy Show. I just wanted to let you in on a secret of mine. CPS Computers. They've been serving the area's computer needs for over 8 years now, and when it comes to computers, they can help you out too. They have a wide variety of new PCs and laptops to choose from. They do free diagnostics, and they can repair your broken machine for you. That's CPS Computers. They're at 722 Mantua Pike at the Heights Plaza in Woodbury Heights, and they're between the Subway and the Dollar Tree. Visit them or call 856-251-1007. That's 251-1007. And be sure to tell them Doc and Amy sent you. Okay, and also we would like to include in that our friends at CPS Computers have a second location at 1204 US 130. That's suite number 4. That's in Cinnaminson. And if you have some computer troubles, if you would like a free diagnostic on your machine, if you would like to go in and look at some new computers and peripherals and things, they can cover all that for you. That's in Cinnaminson, 1204 US 130. And you can call them at 856-829-8300. That's 829-8300. That's our friends at CPS Computers. And we'd also like to mention, since I didn't cue up the recorded version of this because I'm a putz, if you'd like to be on the Doc and Amy Show, you can get in touch with us at www.thedocandamyshow.com. and
What's that Janet Jackson song, Feedback? Sorry.
no, that's if you can whistle like that, we'd love to have you on the show. So please let us know, www.thedocandamyshow.com. We'd also like to let you know that you can join us here by telephone, 856-227-1360. We'd love to chat with you. I'm sure Kathleen would love to chat with you. You can find out more about her songs and so forth. Just give us a shout, 856-227-1360. Now, Kathleen is all set up here with her guitar that she had to wait for. And
She had to wait for
yes,
it.
her 2-week guitar. And she's going to grace us with a work that I also really love. This is a very cool song, and so that I don't disgrace it for you, would you go ahead and introduce it and take off?
Okay,
when you're
yeah,
ready?
fantastic. Hold on. I just want to make sure I'm in tune here. I know this isn't very...
Me.
That probably doesn't help, darling.
Why?
She's trying to tune
Oh,
acoustically.
okay.
Yeah.
It's good enough. So anyway,
Good enough for a town this size, yeah.
good enough. So this is a song called European Men because I just got back from studying abroad.
I've done that myself.
Did you?
I studied lots abroad.
Oh.
but no,
You got me. You got me.
Yeah, he'll spring them on you. So
So
let's go
yeah.
get to that. If you would, we just got notified so that we know we have a caller on the line. I'd like to before you get so that you can get situated there. Let's if we can take that.
Hello?
Hello. You're on the Doc and Amy show. Who's this?
Hello?
You are on the Doc and Amy show. Who's this? I'm not sure we're actually communicating.
Hello?
can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Hello.
Who is this?
Can you tell
Is
us?
this KP?
Yes, this is Dan.
It's Dan and James.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
Well, we're here in the studio with Kay Paul. Apparently, somebody
We're
that she
listening
owes money
online.
to is.
It's amazing. We're so happy for you.
Oh my goodness.
So
Thanks.
who is this again now?
This is Dan. We met while we studied abroad. He is currently in Providence, Rhode Island, listening all the way from Rhode Island.
well, good.
That's
Thank you, Dan.
nice.
Yeah, Dan is one of my biggest supporters ever.
Oh, that's so nice that he
Very
called.
good. And it's Dan and who?
Dan and James, his friend James.
Dan and James. Okay. Dan and James, are you listening to us streaming right now?
Yeah, we're listening to you guys online right now.
Okay, good. I just checking to make sure that's working because there are a few things around here that aren't today.
You never
Well,
know.
it's a pleasure to have you with us, and you guys were studying together. And what country was that in?
London. right?
London.
In London.
The
Okay.
country of London.
And what do you study, James? Or Dan?
that?
I said, what do you study? What is your major?
I'm a marketing major, but I'm mostly KP's #1 fan.
Oh, okay. Well, very good.
KP, I wanted to say that I miss you and Nora misses you, and we're so happy for you.
Aw, love you,
So
Dan.
sweet. I'm getting tears.
I know. We had this show on this station for a year, and we don't have any fans.
No, nobody loves us.
She's here half an hour, and her fans call her.
I know. That's
okay.
awesome.
Well, we appreciate you being with us and giving a shout out to Kathleen.
Thanks,
If you want to
Dan.
stick around, we're going to be having her
Thanks,
play one of her
guys.
songs.
Keep listening.
Hey, thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thanks, Dan.
All right, see you then.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's sweet. Yeah, I'm glad we got that. We picked them up.
Yes, I wanted to make sure that somebody wanted to talk to you. We got that out of the way.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Okay, so I'm sorry for interrupting like that. I thought that was appropriate.
yeah.
If you would go ahead and let us know what's going to happen here, and we can enjoy this next selection.
Okay, so right now I'm just going to play for you European Men. It's inspired by my time abroad. So here we go.
All righty.
So I've traveled the world and I've been a lot of places, heard a lot of stories, seen a couple faces, and it didn't matter where, it didn't matter when, each time I fell in love all over again. It started off in Ireland where I met an Irish lad. He said, "How's you doing, darling? You're looking pretty sad." I said, "I'm not." He said, "Either way, you need the luck of the Irish to brighten your day. So here you go, darling, a kiss from me to you. Don't use it all at once and have a fantastic afternoon." Oh, good Lord, his accent had me shaking. I tried to play it cool, but he could tell I was faking. It doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter when, each time I fall in love all over again. Off to Paris I went, it was a beautiful day, where I met a Frenchman wearing a beret. He took a long drag from a cigarette and said, "Bonjour, mademoiselle." I looked at him and I said, "Bonjour," and I couldn't tell, I wasn't for sure. But he put down his croissant, then he took my hand, and before I knew it, it was happening again. Oh, good Lord, his accent had me shaking. I tried to play it cool, but he could tell I was faking. It doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter when, each time I fall in love all over again. Next a flight to Spain, to the land of Spanish stallions, but oddly enough, I found myself a German. He was crazy and loud, and I couldn't tell if he was mad or not. But he had me lip locked, then he got up and said, until next time, auf Wiedersehen. Oh, good Lord, his accent had me shaking. I tried to play it cool, but he could tell I was faking. It doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter when. Each time I fall in love all over again. Back to England I went, where the rest of my time I spent. I had my eye on this one British guy. You best believe he took me by surprise, asking me if I was alright. It took one kiss and it was all downhill from there. But this one was different, no others could compare. Could get him out of my mind. So in the middle of the night, I knocked on his door, and this is what I said. Oh, good Lord, your accent has me shaking. I'm trying to play it cool, but you can tell that I'm faking. It doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter when. Oh, I messed up my own song, and I fell for a British man. That went so
Thank you,
well,
Ray.
and at the
Yay.
end,
Oh, that's
it's
okay.
Enough.
I always
We
do
would have
it.
never known.
I know,
You're
but I
supposed-
did.
Those British guys can shake you up.
we couldn't tell that you were faking. Okay, so you got to play it up, dude.
Oh, man.
I never can. So whatever.
Oh my god.
I'm not even gonna comment on that.
Very good. Thank you, Dunning. You're showing some restraint. I like that. Thank you. That was
That was
delightful.
awesome.
Oh, I'm
And
glad you liked
even
it.
better live.
Yeah,
we
I
appreciate
just
that.
I love playing live. I think you can't really get the full thing of a
No,
song. Like
it's
that's
better.
why YouTube, like I post things on there, but it just sounds like I feel like I perform better live too.
yeah. It's. I mean, even though you're performing live when you record it,
Exactly.
it's just not the same. That's why
Well, that-
I wanted you to play live. We were kind of up in the air, but Todd does it, and it comes over well acoustically. I think. I think it's fine live. It sounded great. So
Yes, I agree.
yeah, yeah,
All right.
it was awesome.
Yes,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Thank you so very much. We enjoyed listening to those recorded. It's exponentially better live. So
Thank you.
We enjoyed it, because we can catch the mistakes right here and make fun of you
But
later.
we don't even know we're
Exactly.
happening.
And I know it's gonna happen. My friends gonna be like, "You always mess up at least one part during the song," but you know what? It gives it character.
Yes,
gives
it
it
does.
character.
It does,
You know?
and
You
we
know
will
what?
make fun of you later.
We do an hour rate. Oh,
I'm sorry. We have another caller.
oh, okay.
Oh, my goodness.
We'll see who else is up for embarrassing you.
Yes.
So, hello, you're on the docandamy show. Who's this?
Hi, this is Hayden Sprout.
Hi, Hayden.
Hayden.
Hello. And I'm
I
guessing.
miss listening to you, KP, from my room next door.
Oh, she was my neighbor studying abroad.
or a stalker. We don't know.
Or a stalker.
Hayden, thank you for calling. And now I'm guessing that you probably studied as well. Are you in the same school, same time as Kathleen, or are you not educated at all? I'm babbling.
Where'd she go?
What did you study, Hayden?
I study public health in Minnesota.
Public health in Minnesota.
Yeah, all the way.
Wow.
So are you in
That's pretty
Minnesota
novel
now?
for Minnesota, really.
She's in Minnesota right now.
Wow. Well, excellent.
Ouch! Is it like so cold there right now?
It's actually warming up, so it's like 30 degrees. But yeah,
Whoa!
That's about what it was here today. About 30 when I
Sorry?
looked at. Well, it was about 30 when I looked at our thermometer.
I think
earlier.
that thermometer's wrong.
I don't know. I'll have it tested. Okay.
So, but how come you don't say it Minnesota? How come you don't say that? Are you from Minnesota?
I'm from here, but I guess I'm from the city, so I don't. That's more up north if people talk like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Minnesota.
That's
I like
true.
it.
I never realized Hayden never had an accent. Yeah.
No, Minnesota. I like it. I'm not complaining. I love accents, so I was just curious.
Yeah,
That's all.
and you're always trying to, you lose yours.
I am
It's-
trying to lose my accent. That is very true.
We met and we actually became an item over the telephone. We
wow.
went together it was April that we actually became an item. It wasn't until July that I came here and we met face to face.
Oh wow.
So I found her mafia accent so endearing. So I kept telling
what?
people would ask me, and I'd let her talk to them, and they'd listen to her voice, and they say, "Where'd you guys meet?" I said, "Online." Well, death row, whatever. So anyway, now Hayden, it was we love that you're listening to us out there in Minnesota. Now, What has the weather been like? Have you been just deluged with snow, or has it pretty been been more mellow?
Less snow and more freezing temperatures.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
We're going to get warm this week. It's going to be 54 on Friday.
Wow.
and it's still winter, so that's good.
That's very
now,
warm.
I'm from Indiana, and the winter we've had here hasn't impressed me a bit.
No.
But everybody else is going crazy about
It's
it.
horrible.
Yeah, I'm sure Hayden's like having like this is like norm like
Yeah.
what we're doing, what we're facing now.
Yeah.
It's just normal for her.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
not used to the cold, so.
So, Hayden, were you able to hear Kathleen's last song?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay, I wasn't
She's
sure you
heard
could hear
it.
me now. So I just want to make sure everything's working properly here. We do from time to time. I just like to double check it when we get somebody listening. I like to, make sure that we're getting a signal across.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, it's a pleasure speaking with you. If you want to hang around and talk with us some more and participate in this foolishness, you're welcome. We're going to throw a few stories out at everyone. So if you want to hang around, you're certainly welcome. Amy has some things she's going to cover, and I do too. So stick with us, okay?
Okay.
All righty. I'll let Amy go first. She's found some things in the news she wants to try to twist to her liking.
Well, right now, it is, some of the big stories are the Olympics. I mean, that's a big story right now, but it's also tax season.
Okay.
So I dug up a little article in case, we've talked to some people from Rhode Island, Minnesota, we're in New Jersey, you're from Indiana. In case you're looking to move somewhere, I found a story on the worst states for taxes.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go through those in the story so you can
These are the worst states.
These are the worst states for taxes.
These are the worst
And I'm
states.
working part-time as a tax office right now.
There
so
you
this
go.
is-
See, you know all about it. So
I know
maybe
all
you'll
about
learn
W-2s
something.
and
There you go.
1040s.
See? Okay, here we
I know
go.
about WD-40.
Yeah. The worst state for taxes. States for taxes: Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming.
Those are the worst states.
Those are the worst states for taxes.
Was that every state?
That was.
Boys, you got to get up pretty early in the morning to put one past Cape all over there.
There was actually an article, and I'm sitting there thinking, really? We're overtaxed. The whole country's overtaxed.
I'm here.
Are you Hayden?
Oh, we're hearing you through her phone.
I believe, yes, there's a delay. Yes.
Hayden, are you there?
Yep.
Okay. We're hearing ourselves repeated back over your streaming audio. So-
Hayden, you don't have to stay on the line if you don't want to. If you rather listen to the show through your radio, that's fine. You can hang up, or if you're going to stay on, if you could please just turn the streaming down. But you don't have to stay on if you don't want.
I can barely hear you, so how about I let you go?
Okay, that's probably the best thing.
All right. It's a pleasure talking to you, Hayden.
Bye.
Thanks, Hayden.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, she says
Yeah, that can be some confusion
Yeah.
because there's always going to be some delay. And then
Yeah, it gets complicated.
And
so.
then I started to hear something familiar in my head.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, am I hearing myself again?
I know, I heard states. I was like,
Yeah. And so another one is recently Obama did his State of the Union speech. Mm-hmm. Okay. And in his speech, he revealed something that he didn't mean to. So he accidentally revealed that he actually gave each of his young girls a blank executive order for Christmas.
Okay.
Which is probably not surprising. And I guess that explains why the USDA added candy as a food group last month.
It could be. Yeah. Most of his executive orders leave me with a blank expression.
Yeah. So
and they were abbreviating the State of the Union SOTU.
what?
Yeah, it's because that's what everybody does. In my opinion,
Are you kidding me?
No, I just would rather him STFU myself. That's just me.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of which, no, this is a total non sequitur. This is what I do. In Southern California, I just saw this morning. Apparently, a camel went on a rampage, started attacking people willy-nilly, and this is in Palmdale, California. A camel escaped from an enclosure in a Southern California high desert community. This was Friday. Stomped a 72-year-old man who tried to capture it, and chased other people before it calmed down and was corralled. Okay, here's kind of the story. It escaped from, it was around Acton, I guess, which is kind of outside Palmdale. And was reported chasing cars shortly after 8:30 a.m. And then this lady says, my dad tried to catch it, and it must have cornered him or something, took off after him, bit him on the head, and knocked him down and stomped on him. And this is quoted from Skylar Dawsonbach, who told the local TV station. He crawled under something, and the camel tried to pull him out from under it. Oh. Okay? Her father was hospitalized and needed stitches and so forth and so on. A neighbor came out and saw the commotion and got the camel away from him. The camel actually started chasing him. He had to jump in a car, and the camel was just running around like berserk. And so this Skylar Dawsonbach goes out. She just puts a halter on it, gives him a treat, walks him over to a pen in her yard, and puts him in there.
What?
So it's
he just wanted food,
trying to kill all these guys that are out there, and this girl walks out with a piece of candy, and it's all over. You know,
there's a song in that.
I think there's at least a commercial, a camel saying, you know, I'd walk a mile to kill a man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's so.
That was in Florida?
This was
California.
in Palmdale, California. And Friday. It wasn't even hump day.
Wow. Oh, please.
Sorry.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm sorry. So anyway.
I have another IRS story, too.
I can't wait.
Yeah. In an unprecedented legal move, Donald Trump sues the IRS for not allowing him to write off his minions as dependents.
That's just wrong.
I know. Poor Donald Trump. Everybody picks on him.
So now I know, my minions are just still going to cost me. Now here's a good one, because I don't like my given name. It's horrendous. It's an egregious moniker that I've been saddled with all my life. And this lady, feeling the same pain that I do, she calls her name the ugliest one out there. This is in Newark, Ohio. She loathed being named Sheila.
What?
Apparently, you know,
it's not that bad.
It's not a bad name.
It has some connotations in Australia, apparently, or something. I don't know. She wanted a moniker that reflected her personality, and has legally changed her name to, drumroll, Sexy.
Oh,
yes.
God.
Now,
that's ridiculous.
here's the best part. The presiding official in this case is a Licking County judge in Ohio. This is in Licking County. So she's now Sexy of Licking County. It can't get any better. In her app, now her given name is. And I'm looking Tuesday. 41-year-old. She's from Pataskala. Okay, I thought that was her name. Her actual name. I'm going crazy. Sheila Renee Crabtree.
So she's Sexy Crabtree now?
In Licking County. So.
Wow.
I mean, could you imagine me at like a doctor's office? Sexy
Crabtree.
And all of a sudden, every woman in the place walks up to the desk, and you have to kind of figure out who it is, and when she gets pulled over, and it's on her driver's license.
Sexy Crabtree. Remember, did you ever do one of those little tests where you have to give the name of your your first pet and the street you grew up on, and then it gives you your exotic dancer name. Yeah. That's what it reminds me of, like Sexy Crabtree or something. It doesn't make sense.
I like either Fancy Albacore, or Secretia Ferdeberger.
You know what? I used to work in a mortgage company, and one of the first loans I did, the house. And I actually told people this, and they're like, the people who work with me, and they're like, we don't believe you. I was at lunch, and we came back, and I showed them the file, and they couldn't even believe it.
Are you sure you can do this?
I'm not giving any specific information. It's the name of a street in a town. It was on Booger Branch Road. Okay? And it was in Pickens, North Carolina. I am not making this up. I'm dead serious. But the funny thing is, this was one of the first loans I processed. It ended up being delaying the closing for 30 days because they were actually changing the name of the road to Main Street because so many people complained if Booger Branch is bad enough, I don't know if that was somebody's last name or why they named it that, but in Pickens, North Carolina, are you kidding me?
It's North Carolina.
That's crazy. I mean, like I couldn't have made that up if I tried.
You couldn't. You really
Yeah,
couldn't. That's
this
crazy.
is where like Gomer and Goober are from.
Yeah, I also did a loan for an Indian man who this was
is what I
also
thought you
this
were-
is
yeah.
funny. It was an enormous amount of paperwork to do this loan because he had just changed his name and he changed it to like Bob because his given Indian name from India, his name was Penis. Okay, but it in India doesn't mean like a male body part. It just means
No.
It means like
it was that
it
was
means
his
like you're never
name.
going to hear the end of this.
And he
is what
came
I mean.
to the U.S. and he's like, I have to change my name.
that's
He had
so
to change his
sad.
name to Bob. Oh, he didn't care.
Wouldn't it have been less paperwork if you'd have just changed it to Richard? I'm sorry.
That is
I'll
a
be over
true
here if you need
Oh
story.
my
me.
God.
Yeah, he actually had to change.
Who wouldn't?
He actually had to change his name. So
Yeah. Would it?
yeah,
Hi.
yeah.
Welcome everybody. I'd like to do this song for you. My name's Vagina.
Oh my God.
You know,
Whatever.
those are the kind of names you don't live down. And
No.
actually,
the
I
poor
just
guy
gave
had
my
to
middle
change
name.
his
I'm sorry. No, I have I have a German and French and Nordic combination of three names, and
He won't
so-
even tell it to you. So don't even
no,
ask him.
No, it's Doc. I earned that. I'm keeping it. So
Yeah, he won't tell anybody. I know it, but nobody else does. He won't tell anyone his middle name. No, he won't. Nobody knows it. No, he
Norma-
hates it.
That's mysterious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's-
not. It's just weird. It's not even like penis or something. It's just not a typical middle name.
that almost sounds like an option. The name is so bad.
It's actually worse than that.
Anyway, and my last name is Peters. I can't do that. No, wait,
His
wait, wait.
middle name's Barf Bag.
Yeah. Well. Okay.
There we go.
Anyway, I'm I lost my way again. I was
shocker.
looking at this story about. Now you remember the big controversy about Michael Jackson's doctor being responsible for his death. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Apparently, Michael Jackson's doctor has been ordered to pay some of the bereaved fans of Michael Jackson €1 apiece in damages.
What?
Yes.
€1?
What's the point?
Yes.
What are they going to do
Because-
with €1?
A
Because they're in
euro
France.
or a euro?
Not this. No, not it.
Oh, and by the way, if we have time, we only have a few minutes, but I have a quiz for you.
Is
You want to squeeze it in?
is not going to be that long protracted
No, it'll
piece
be
of crap
quicker.
we did last
It's
time.
quicker.
Okay. Well, anyway, I brought that up. There's a story behind that, and I'll let you listeners out there, make up your own. It's not that good. Go ahead. Let's have your quiz.
What kind of tattoo should you get?
Me?
Yeah. Okay. Which Pixar film is the best in your opinion? Finding Nemo, Wall-E, Cars, Monsters Inc., or The Incredibles? I already know. What
The
you're gonna pick.
Incredibles.
He loves- it's his
Absolutely. That's the
favorite
best movie ever made.
Yeah. Which would you like a free supply of for the rest of your life? Pizza,
Bacon.
yoga classes, art supplies, books, gym membership, or Apple products?
Books.
I know what you're going to pick. Pick a Starbucks cup. I'm going to pick one. You want the one with the marshmallows on it or the one in a wine glass? There we go.
Wine glass. What,
Okay.
Why are you picking for me? This is
Because you have to look at the pictures and I already know what you're going to pick.
Okay.
You're not you want the one with marshmallows on top?
This is just like couples who've been together for a while. I know what you're going to be. It's your
okay.
quiz. I just should be sitting next to me. My driver's license test should be doing it for me. I know what you should say.
What was your favorite subject in school? Geometry, European history, American literature, studio art, chemistry, detention, physics, or biology?
Detention.
Oh, I thought you were going to pick studio.
I go with what I have the most experience in.
Which of these sweatshirts really speaks to you? Okay, one of them is USA Drinking Team. Buy a ticket, kiss a stranger, learn Italian, swim naked. Harvard Law. Just kidding.
Oh no, I like the one that says oh.
Oh, it just says oh. That's all it says. Okay. What recipe are you most likely to search on on Pinterest for? Perfect kale chips, molten chocolate cake, sweet potato gnocchi with balsamic sage brown butter. Yum. Quinoa fried rice, bacon pancake dippers. There we go.
Yes.
Okay. Where would you like to go on vacation? Camping in a national park, Buenos Aires, Miami, Morocco, or Santorini?
Camping in a national park.
There we go. What word do you use way too much? Like, awesome, literally, ugh, chill, K, dude, cool, or sorry? Sorry. It's Saturday night. What are you
Why
up
am I
to?
even here?
Making dinner with your boo? Hanging with the cool kids? Creating a masterpiece? Watching SNL? Or seeing a band play live?
Watching SNL.
Oh, okay.
We're down to the wire here, so
Okay.
we have to speed this up.
Okay.
If I have to be an incomplete
Okay, we're
tattoo.
done. I got it. No, I got it. Hold on. We're almost there. I got the tattoo. It's very exciting. You got the sleeve tattoos. You know, the one that go all the way up
the
somebody's
tribal sleeve.
arm?
Yes, that's
You're
perfect.
tribal. You're so tribal.
I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right after my trip to the
You're
gym.
a wild child with
okay.
adrenaline.
Well, thank you for everyone for listening to another scintillating Doc and Amy show. Thank you, Kathleen, for
Thank
being
you.
here.
No problem.
We certainly enjoyed it. Join us next week at 5 p.m. Doc and Amy show. See us on the web, www.docandamyshow.com. See you next week.